is open to everyone. Zombie Town is open to everyone.
Zombies 1 was a hit, but Disney really outdid themselves with the introduction of werewolves in Zombies 2, and now we can't wait for what's coming next. Much isn't known about whether or not Disney will make the Zombies series a trilogy, but seeing how Zombies 2 ended in a cliffhanger involving Addison's hair glowing blue, it's very likely. If Disney does release a Zombies 3, chances are it'll premiere in February 2022. So till then, we have decided to keep the series' memory alive by letting you in on all the juicy behind-the-scenes secrets. So if you loved the Zombies movies from Disney, then you're gonna love this one as well. Make sure you stick around as we take a look at all the behind-the-scenes secrets of the Zombies movies. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. The rivalries only exist on screen. If you thought the on-screen rivalries between the zombies, humans, and the werewolves extended to real life, then you better think again. In real life, the cast members of the zombies are very close-knit. No, seriously, they are literal besties and have been since the shooting of Zombies 1. Suppose you're wondering how the young stars became friends. 2 words. Game night. The cast members started having dance parties as soon as rehearsals started for Zombies 1, and they continued the tradition in Zombies 2. Only this time, they switched it up a bit and included board games like Bananagrams categories, Contact, Mafia, and pool parties. The best part is, as soon as the werewolves came, they were welcomed into the Zombies cast pack with open arms. All the cast members stayed in the same hotel throughout the filming period, so when they weren't on set, they were partying, dancing, hanging out, playing board games, and going grocery shopping for snacks together. We think it's pretty awesome that the cast members formed lifelong friendships on the set of our favorite movie. Nobody is left behind. When we told you the cast members spent their off-screen time hanging out and having fun together, you didn't think we meant only the older actors, did you? Kingston Foster, who plays the role of Zoe, Zed's youngest sister, is only 9 years old and is by far the youngest actor in the film, as most of the actors are in their late teens or early 20s. With such a huge age gap, it's easy to assume that Kingston would be excluded from all the off-screen fun. But on the contrary, this young lady has been partying with the adults. When the werewolf girls, Ariel and Chandler, joined the cast, they instantly bonded with Kingston. In no time, the three were having sleepovers, baking cookies from scratch, playing spy games, and generally having fun together. At this point, we are absolutely certain that if the Zombies cast members had a motto, it would be "No man is left behind." In our opinion, it's adorable that the older cast members are putting in effort to ensure that Kingston doesn't feel left out. The youngster is really sweet, so it's no wonder they want to make her happy. The cast members were allowed to be themselves. The entire Zombies franchise is centered on the principles of embracing one's individuality while learning to put aside differences and biases to accept others for who they are. So it's no wonder the choreographers and filmmakers wanted the cast to be themselves, even on screen. Like most dance musicals, the Zombies movies featured a lot of choreographed dances. However, unlike most dance musicals, the actors were encouraged to spice things by including their own moves. Sure, they had to go along with the basic routine, but they were allowed to spice things up and infuse their different personalities into their dance moves. But that's not all. Chandler Kinney, Pierce Joza, and Ariel Martin, who play the three werewolves, Willa, Wyatt, and Winter, were allowed to add their personal touches to their costumes. There were a few mandatory things like the wigs, but the actors were allowed to express their individuality through their outfits. Ariel decided to add spikes to her shoes and wear a big wristband covered in tons of faux fur to represent her quirky personality, while Chandler decided to wear a wrap around her leg as a symbol of her leadership position. Okay, let's give it up for the filmmakers and choreographers. They made the right decision by giving the cast members these liberties. And as we can see from the dance performances and costumes in the movie, they sure made the most of it. Makeup marathon. Looking good is serious business, so it's no wonder that it takes lots of time. But if you think casual makeup is time consuming, then you clearly haven't given stage makeup a try. The duration of a character's stage makeup is usually determined by how complex their appearance is. And when your character is a badass wolf, yeah, that's pretty complex. How complex, you ask? So complex that poor Pierce had to spend 7 whole hours sitting in a makeup chair while the makeup artists on set tried to figure out different looks and products to decide which ones would be the best for him. After Pierce spent an entire day having his face experimented on, the poor guy must have thought that that was his last ordeal with the beauty department. Well, he couldn't have been more wrong, because shortly after, the time for him to have his acrylic nails done came. In an interview, Pierce admitted that he nearly passed out while getting his nails nails done when he saw how long the acrylic nails were. The poor guy had no idea that acrylic nails are glued to the nails first before being trimmed down to the desired length. So he assumed that he would spend his next few weeks living his life with talon-like nails. Glowing eyes. Still on the topic of appearances, let's talk about the glowing eyes. The Zombies franchise is under the fantasy genre, and it features some supernatural characters like werewolves and zombies, so it's only natural to see eyes glowing every now and then, especially when it's a full moon. Over the years, actors who have had to film scenes where their characters have glowing eyes or unusual eye colors achieve this result by wearing contact lenses. But contact lenses can be a bit tedious, and not everyone can cope with them. Thankfully, the production team came up with a very effective way to get around this situation. They decided that all the glowing eyes would be added into the film post-production. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Every glowing eye and all the other cool effects we see in the movie is courtesy of an amazing tech team. Night shoots. When you're shooting a movie about werewolves, you have to be ready to pull some all-nighters because there are bound to be a ton of night scenes. Are they really werewolves if they don't go prancing around at night? If you didn't already know this, filming is hard work, especially because some scenes have to be filmed several times over until they're just right. So even if on screen a scene lasts about a minute or two, it probably took hours to film. Seeing how some scenes of the movie were shot during the day, we can't help but wonder at what point the actors actually got some shut-eye. Must have been pretty exhausting. The good news is, all-night filming, though extremely stressful, isn't as bad as you think. Sometimes it's so interesting that actors who didn't have any scenes to shoot and so didn't have to be there would show up just to hang out. One of such instances was when Meg Donnelly decided to stick around on the night when the scene where the zombies forced Seabrook to let them attend the prom was shot. Meg didn't appear in the scene, but she chose to stay and hang around with the other cast members because it was Bucky's, Trevor Torchman's, last day on set. When asked about that night in an interview with 17 magazine, Meg said, "I was like, okay, I want to stay for this. And then the whole time we were just playing games. That night was so much fun. It was by the water. It was so pretty at night. Oh, what we wouldn't give to hang out all night on set with the Zombies cast." Before we tell you the behind-the-scenes secret of the steamiest scene in the entire series, why don't you smash that subscribe button and turn on post notification so you never miss any of our videos. The kissing scene. On the list of scenes that had to be filmed over and over again is one of the concluding scenes in Zombies 2, the Zedison kiss at the prom. Milo and Meg met during auditions for the first Zombies, and since then, the pair have become BFFs. They act like they've known each other their whole lives, but hey, 4 years is a pretty long time. The pair decided they wanted to film the kissing scene during the first weekend of production to get it out of the way, and the show's producers bought the idea. Thanks to their friendship, Milo and Meg felt comfortable around each other when the time came to film the kissing scene, which is great because they locked lips at least 8 times before they attained perfection. In an interview with 17, Meg talked about the reason why they had to do several kissing takes. She said, "One time my nose was a little smushed, and then another time his face was kind of covering mine. It had to be perfectly lined up. It was really fun. It was hilarious. When the kiss, which by the way was perfect, on the screen had to be filmed, the rest of the cast and crew who were present broke into playful laughter and cheers. It would surprise you to know that this happens more often than not when an epic kissing scene is filmed. With that, zombie lovers, we have come to the end of today's video. Now you know all the juicy behind-the-scenes secrets of your favorite movie. Do you think there's going to be a Zombies 3? Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to check the others on the channel.